Welcome back. My name is Dak, and let's learn some chess. All right, we are on lechess.org, and let's do X-ray. We got 7 different exercises to do, and checkmate the opponent in 2 moves. X-ray attacks happen when a piece attacks or defends a square through an enemy piece. Okay. All right. So looking at this, I've got 3 pawns here, 3 pawns here. It looks like I'm looking for a back row checkmate. So I've got a rook and I've got a queen. First thought comes here and here. I'm also defending here. Those are my thoughts. All right, so let's see. If I were to attack this, take here, doesn't really do me any good. Queen could block it, so probably not with the rook. So let's start with the queen. The queen here sacrificed because you're now putting a check on the king. This queen can't do anything, so it has to take there. So that's what I think I'm going to do. Check, take, back row checkmate. All right, checkmate in 5 moves. Okay, 5 moves. Let's see. All right. First thing that comes to my mind. So I'm black pieces. 1, 2, 3. I've got a knight and a rook. The first thing that jumps out to me, I could move my knight out in either of those places, and it would be taken, not putting any pressure. However, if I go here, that's going to be a check onto the king. So let's try that. Let's see what this does. Check. All right, so here comes block number 1 with a bishop. Now, this bishop is not being protected by the rook, not being protected by the king, and not being protected any other way. So I think that this rook can just go and take it. All right, wonderful. Okay, now where are we next? So 3 moves. Try to put a check on. Could go here, could go here. Not really going to do us a lot of good. Well, okay, let's go back. This knight comes here. It can't be taken because it's being protected. Putting pressure there. And then this spot will open up for the rook to come. Yeah, let's try that. Ooh, okay. Now, we got 2 moves left, and so I think we're going to take the rook because they're trying to block. I mean, this is just desperation. They're just not blocking anything because we can't go here yet because of the rook. So let's take the rook. They move around a piece, and then if we come all the way here, we'll put the king in check, blocking this part, blocking that square because it's protected. So let's do that. There we go. That's the second one. All right, check the opponent in 2 moves. All right, looking at this one. Okay, we got 2 moves to get there. So I've got a queen, a rook, couple of, interesting bishop there. So my first thought is to move the queen up in here to create the check. Now I don't think to go all the way here, even though because this bishop is blocking the black bishop. So instead, if we move here, that's a check. It moves 1 that way. Let's do that. Nope, not the right move. Click to retry. I mean, I could take here and then come in for the kill. Let's try that one. Nope, also not it because the queen then comes in and takes it. Let's try it again. What if we go and we sacrifice the queen? Yeah, we sacrifice the queen. The bishop does take it. And then, instead of moving the bishop, we have the rook take it. The rook takes here, going that way, and this piece is blocked. So let's do that. Sacrifice the queen. Use the rook. There it is. All right, check the opponent in 2 moves. All right. Okay, so a couple of different options. I've got a rook, a queen, and a bishop. And again, looking for another back row checkmate. This queen is not really blocking a whole lot of this stuff. So because of this, I think I go and I sacrifice the queen. I put it in check. The king cannot take it because it's being blocked, being protected by the bishop. Instead, the rook will take it, and then the same thing, the rook will come in and finish it off. Yep, because the bishop's protecting. Okay, checkmate the opponent in 3 moves. Okay, now, we've got a queen, a bishop, a rook. Now, what jumps out immediately to me is I take the rook, putting check. Queen will take. Rook will then take. The this rook will go back, and then the rook there will come take. I think that's what jumps out. 1, 2, and then 3. There it is. All right. Checkmate the opponent in 2 moves. All right, so let's see. I'm black. I've got, ooh, interesting. Right there. Ooh, all sorts of nifty moves everywhere. Okay. Let's see. For whatever reason, they always want you to sacrifice the queen. So let's start with looking at the queen. So the queen, if I move here, that's a check. Bishop will then take. And then I think what we do is counterintuitively move this bishop to come take as well. If we have a bishop here, it's putting check. This knight is preventing it from going out that way without being under pressure. So that's what I think we're going to do. And there it is. All right, last one. There are multiple solutions to this example, but use the X-ray tactic to checkmate the opponent in 3 moves. Okay. Let's see. We've got a queen, a rook, and 2 bishops. Okay. Let's see, 3 moves. So if we go here, 1, that takes 2. But then it comes. So let's see. If I go check 1, this will come 2. Oh, that's 1. Rook will take it. I then come up here for 2. Is there any way to block it? No, I mean, I think that's checkmate. I could, so let's just see. Check. Oh, not the right one. Interesting. Not what they were looking for. I could come here, check. Yep, that's what they were looking for. And then, I could take with the rook, or I could take with the pawn. If I come here, check. And then, what's the third one? I think come here. I can't, because I can't move here. Can't go there. How am I supposed to put him in check? The only way I see to put in check is with the bishop. But if I move the bishop here, he takes. Is there anything preventing him from taking there? I guess I could take here with pawn takes the knight. The bishop is guarding it, so it turns it into a queen, and that's checkmate. There it is. All right, and that's X-ray. All right, thanks for watching. Feel free to share if you learned something. If it took me too long, what are your thoughts? All right, thanks for watching. See you next time.